Hi. I know I said I was going to do one of these every Wednesday. The last 2 weeks were awfully busy, so I didn't get a chance to do it. But I came out here to the wilderness well, okay, not the wilderness. There's the church. But anyway, across the street to do this video. I'm going to try to do one every week. May not ever always make it, but I'll make an effort. Anyway, there's a story in 1 Kings 19, part of it 11 and 12, where Elijah has run away. And there's a little story there. You can go back and read that if you'd like to. But Elijah has run away, and he's hiding in a cave after this tremendous victory that God led him through. But then he's threatened. His life is threatened. So he runs away, and he's hiding in this cave. And so God brings, to show him something, God brings this huge wind that blows through. Let me get some. A huge wind. Yeah, we have a big special effects budget here at Ozona Methodist Church. Anyway, it's a huge wind that blows through. And then it says, God was not in the wind. And then he brings this huge earthquake, and everything's shaking and bouncing around and rolling off the top of the mountain, and the cave is threatening to cave in. And then it says, but God was not in the earthquake. And then there's a raging fire that comes through. There it is. Special effect. There's a raging fire that comes through, and it burns up everything. But then it says, God was not in the fire. And then Elijah hides back in the cave. He goes to the back of the cave. He's hiding back there. And then God comes to him, the Bible says, in a still small voice, and says, Elijah, why are you here? There's lots of things that I can draw out of this story, but one of those is that, don't sweat the small stuff, because God's in the little things. When life is going crazy, God is there with you, and God is watching, and God is helping you get through that. But even the little things, I had a little watch that was, our insurance sold them for $25, tracked our steps, and they don't do it anymore, but you get a discount on your insurance if you had that and used it. And so I had it, and I used it, and I lost it, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked everywhere, and I was like, Kathy, have you seen this watch? I can't find it. She said, have you asked God where it is? And I was like, I haven't asked God. She said, well, ask God. He knows where it is. And I was like, I felt kind of silly, but I said, okay, God, I need to know where this $25 watch is so I don't have to buy another one. And then I kind of forgot